Hey you guys, welcome to Jeep Sheep TV. Today we're going to be rocking the mobile shaky video setup. Also, I'm going to be showing you 5 reasons why your headlights keep turning off randomly.
Alright.
This rubber seal. Don't forget this, you need these. Them in a star pattern.
Okay, so let's talk about your headlights. There's 5 possible reasons as to why they're not properly operating or turning off on you randomly, which has happened to be on way too many occasions. Number 1 is your headlights themselves are busted. Woo! Alright, check it out. So, these headlights right here, they are all enclosed. This is all one piece, and when they blow, you just gotta get a whole new headlight, glass and all. But that's advantageous to you if you're an off-roader, because if you crack them, then you can get a whole new headlight assembly for relatively cheap because they mass manufacture them. Hooray! Okay, if your headlights are perfectly operational, there's a good chance that maybe you blew your fuse. Fuses are held in here. You can check the fuse for your headlights, and maybe that's what happened. That's number 2. I will show you that fuse right now. Okay, doing this in selfie mode is weird. Alrighty. Boom, you see that green 30 amp fuse right there? If you look on here, 30 amp right there. Headlamp something. System. Headlamps. 30 amps. Alright, right there. Selfie mode nonsense is a little difficult to film. But I'll flip the camera around so you can more easily see what's going on. If causes 1 and 2 are not the culprit, we'll get into some more interesting causes as to why your headlights are probably not turning on or randomly shutting off. This one here is pretty common. These plugs have a tendency to go bad with time. Now this one it's a new plug that I've replaced it with. This actually has like a 90 degree to it. I was thinking maybe it'd keep the stress off the wires. I don't really know. You can see that the rubber boot has completely disintegrated on these, but I do like the general architecture of the plug. I'll throw a link to these down below. Number 4 is this guy right here, your bright switch. Your brights go through a switch that is located down here, and you can kind of see it. Put my finger in there. Up in there, totally out of focus, is this white switch of sorts. You see that? You see how it moves? You hear the click. Okay, so that switch is run, of course, by this guy right here. And with any type of time and or moisture or whatever, the contacts get worn out and you have no brights. Unfortunately, the wiring for your brights is the same as your normal headlights, and all of that gets to run through that switch. So if you lose your brights, you also lose your headlights in some cases, which is why I have this little guy right here. I went in, I found the wires, and I rerouted them to this little switch. And now my brights are a little push button. And that's how I solved that issue. My problem was that I would have headlights and they would work. I would turn on my brights, and instead of the brights turning on, all lights turned off, which is bad. You don't want that. So I rewired to this push button switch, and that solved the issue. Now, on to number 5. Number 5 is another switch. This guy right here. This switch allows you to turn on and off your headlights and or running lights. And you can see that mine is missing all of its like logos and stuff entirely. It has never had them since I've owned the vehicle. They've been worn off. The switch has been through all kinds of suckiness. And I believe that it is going bad, which has led me to do a junkyard pull on a shiny-ish new one from a Jeep that's older than mine, which is great. I don't know why the Jeeps older than mine look better than mine in the junkyard. And that should probably be telling me something. And as an added bonus, you should have a little wheel here, which is a potentiometer that dims your dashboard. If your dashboard lights are not working, that tends to go bad as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this switch for you. All you should need is a Phillips head screwdriver, and you should be on your way. Okay, first thing you know is these screws. Wow, up there. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 of them on this dash panel. And then down below you have 1 and 2 down by the buffalo. So those are all Phillips head, and you can remove those all at once. Now that your screws are removed, you'll notice that it doesn't just come out. This piece here that has, your engine light, brights, headlight, turn signal, all that nonsense, the little heads-up display, has a little cover, and that cover snaps in. And so you need to take this out first, and that hinges out. You gotta kind of get underneath up here, and then you can pull this way and pull that guy out, and then this will fall down. Now that it's hinged out, the whole thing falls down, and this comes right out. You'll notice here, those are those little retaining features I told you about. Notice the hook is on the upper side, and so that's how it's going to retain into the square hole on the dashboard panel behind your dashboard, and this should just come all the way out. You'll notice I have some circuitry down here. This is because I have a little light and switch for my light bar and spotlights, and then my dome light switch is here. So you have your speedometer, your tachometer, all that nonsense should be all in here. And then if you come over to the other side, there is your headlights. This is behind a cover which has a couple more screws. You can see that this cover plate falls behind your gauge cluster here, but do not fear, there's a screw on the bottom here, and I believe right here. Mine was missing. You undo those, and you undo this one screw, and this should be able to just slide out. Remember, when you put it back together, that belongs underneath instead of on top. That's important. Okay, now that that is gone, you have a screw here, and you have a screw here, and this guy comes right on out. Free the switch, and that's it. The switch is free. You've got yourself a massive connector on the back here. It appears all you've got to do is push this button in. Yep, you push that button in, and this should come right off of there. I don't think I can do it one-handed, though. Some of these longer connectors can be a bit rough to take out just because of their length. You got to rock them a little bit, but be patient. It will come out, and then you can see here, it's likely that I'm having connection issues because these prongs, so maybe cleaning them would fix it. But man, would I like to have those labels on there again. You can kind of see it. Ooh, lights off. Anyway, here's the new junkyard part, and that's just going to snap right in, hopefully. It should. And then it all goes back together. You can also see here that I have this little crimp connector that says dash on it. That's the dashboard dimmer that I showed you a minute ago. I took mine out because it was all busted up, and I just bypassed it. So one wire to the next. This cut wire back here was if it was being dimmed. So that was some of like the, I don't know, lower voltage paths, and I just cut that, and I took power and put it directly into the higher voltage path. I think I'm saying that right. I don't remember. And then I labeled it dash something dimmer probably on the other side. So that way I know what this is and why I did it. Okay, let's put this back together. Snaps right in, no problem at all. Now all you got to do is reassemble and test. Actually, scratch that. Test, then reassemble. Yeah, all right, let's do that. Okay. All right, okay. It thinks that the car is on. Lights off. Lights on. Oh, you can kind of see. Lights off. Lights on. Ooh, running lights. Lights on. And brights. Brights. And lights off. Yay! Reassemble. But, it's back together. Hey, hopefully this was helpful to you. Because I know it really sucks when your headlights randomly turn off or they don't want to turn on at all. There's, like I said, there is 5 common solutions, whether it be the headlights themselves, the fuse, the connection to the headlights, the switch that controls the brights, or the switch that controls the headlights. You can also look at the relay. I believe there's a relay for the headlights. I don't know why there wouldn't be. I didn't look into that, but you can look into the relay as well. Those have a tendency to go bad. If you like videos like this, you want to watch more videos like this, go to my channel. You want to be notified of videos like this, hit subscribe and hit the little bell next to it. Hit subscribe anyway because it just makes me look good. And if you haven't tuned in for my giveaway, as of right now, it's over. So you missed it. But when I hit 500 subscribers, I'll probably do some kind of event. And you should respond to that because it kind of hurt my feelings when you didn't respond to the 400 subscriber giveaway. And as we continue to grow, the giveaways will get cooler and better, and your participation will become even more and more crucial. Blah. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. Have a great week. I'll see you on the trail.
I'm confident that she'll think so too. And she'll be coming back, coming back, coming